Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Mental Health Matters video for today. I'm here again with Shawn McCowan here in the Counseling Center at Emmanuel. Shawn, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Great to have you. It is November, and nickname is Movember because there's it's a focus on men's mental health, or men's health issues, I should say, not mental health issues. We're going to talk about that, but a lot of the Movember focuses on men's physical health issues in particular. But with the Counseling Center and Mental Health Matters, I thought we could talk about men's mental health stuff. The first question I have to start with is as you think of the counseling environment and the clients that come in, generally, do you see women engaging with mental health matters more or men?
Traditionally, it's been women engaging more and looking for mental health assistance. This is a great question, and it's a constant issue, especially when couples come in, because couples will come in and the missus wants to address some stuff and the man does not. But lately, it's been turning. It's not easy getting the men to want to engage or show up on their own. But lately, the teens and young adult males are starting to come in more often and address things more easily. So that's been helpful.
Okay, that's great. As you mentioned, couples, that makes me think of a story back years ago. I went to a counseling group, counseling session, I should say, with somebody, a girl I was dating, and the counselor asked me some questions, and one of them that had to involved with feelings and things like that. And I got through expressing what I thought was my feelings, and he said, "Well, those aren't feelings." And so we had to try again. Eventually, had to get a chart out for me. Literally, got a physical chart out to try to help me articulate that stuff. So, what's your experience there? Or how the challenges guys have, really, I guess, in the situations?
Yeah, that is one of probably the most normal experiences I have at the beginning of counseling, whether it's with couples or with a guy. But it's by God's design, believe it or not. So men are made by God, like Adam was. Get up, do something functional. Here's your job. Go do this. So we have objectives. So we think objectively, functionally. Women were made as a complement to man to complete that for man. And because they were made for that, they were made relationally. So it's easier for the woman to engage on how she's thinking and feeling. But if you ask a guy the same question, you're going to get data, you're going to get experience, you're going to get mission, you're going to get a purpose. I did this and then this happened. Yeah, but how did you feel about it? This didn't get done. That's still not a feeling. So that's very, very normal.
So thinking about that then, and this topic for the month of November with men addressing those things in particular, then there is a challenge kind of inherent in how we operate, that doesn't take away the importance of guys dealing with mental health matters, because we do have those issues. Speaking to my own, several years ago, several things came to head, professionally, personally, and thankfully somebody else had reached out and saw some of the struggles. And I went to a retreat out in Arizona, Shepherd's Canyon retreat, and it really was the first time I'd gotten a chance to see just how much I was struggling. I remember a form they had me fill out at the very beginning session. The first day, it was a week-long retreat specifically for folks in ministry, and 10 questions. And he said, mark off any of these things that you can identify.
Yeah.
I identified it with 8 strongly, and we got through with the test. Everybody was reflecting, and he said, okay, if you can identify with 4 or more of these, you are either in severe depression or significant burnout. And that was a real eye-opener for me. And thankfully I was able to find the help there as a kicking off point, and then with some other things. So just talk about the significance and importance, and with those challenges in mind for men, what are going to be the benefits for guys to start figuring out how to address those issues, whether it's with a professional counselor like you or others? What are going to be some of the benefits just to help guys see, maybe give them some hope and some direction?
That's a really great question. And the biggest thing we can do for our men that would benefit from it, and I would say everybody benefits from seeking mental health, just like the Bible tells us, iron sharpens iron, right? So we're supposed to turn to each other, whether it's in a Bible study or in church or in a class or in counseling. Even at work, we have somebody who works with us in the field that we work in to help us be better at it. So with every other thing in our life, it's normal. But for men, because we're made with a purposefulness and with a objective as our mindset, as our way of thinking, we seek that. I just want a goal. I don't want to have to feel about it. So the first one is to help our men realize it's normal and we can approach it that way. And the second part of it is actually the second thing that I would suggest, and that is seek male counselors. I've heard a lot of men that do come in to talk to me, even in couples, that are very frustrated because they went to a female counselor and they said it just seemed like she always understood what my wife was saying, and and like they were triangulating, with me as the bad guy. Possibly not, probably not, but we can't help how God made us. So if we're made objectively and we have an objective nature, at the very least, the counselor is able to say, I know how you're thinking this way and why you're thinking this way. And that makes a huge difference. Women seeking women counselors, male seeking male counselors.
Um, One of the things you had mentioned, and what I think from myself was one of the biggest benefits of having the counseling, and finally looking at some of the mental health things, was to just the normalization of what I was experiencing. I think so many, speaking for myself, guys in particular, you start to feel isolated and think that it's abnormal or there's something wrong with me, because I think and feel this way. And when you discover that the struggles, the burdens, the feelings are universal, right? It is such a relief, and helps you begin to move past and see that the things that you're experiencing are normal. Some of my own resources that I've gotten into that help me, some things I see online, when it started explaining why I do the things I do and that it's normal for certain behavior types, it was such a relief. And so just very thankful for that.
It is. Men are highly resistant to it because of the nature, that the way we're made. But once we do engage in Bible studies or counseling or seeking a friend to talk to, all of a sudden it's a great experience. So that it's not a mystery that it works. It's just difficult for us men to align our mind to say this is normal. We're supposed to sharpen the iron together. We're supposed to seek each other's wise counsel. So if we're put in these positions of leadership, we have to recognize we didn't just magically get there. We were built there, and we worked with people to get there. We've been supported to get there. The better we get at that, the better we get at saying no one's perfect. And that if we're not perfect, which is all of us, then that means at some point we're going to need the help and love of someone else who gets it.
Well, Shawn, thank you for your time today. Guys, I hope that this is an encouragement to you. I know that there are a lot of men burdened with the various, well, all sorts of things, and it's normal. I hope that through this video, you're able to be encouraged to at least reach out to somebody, to begin seeking this help. Maybe it's your pastor, maybe it's a friend, just somebody else that you can begin to share your own struggles with, and seek some of the help and healing that God can bring through those he brings into our lives. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.